Hi, this is Catherine Rose. I'm with Board Game Geek here at SPIEL 2017. I'm sitting with Tom Delme from Jumping Turtle Games, and he's here to talk about Cover Me. So this is a catwalk, it looks like. There's a beautiful catwalk right here.
Yes.
You see crowds looking on.
It's a game where you're a magazine owner.
Okay.
And you're selecting models to put in on the cover of your magazine.
Right. As we can see, this beautiful magazine cover here, right?
Yeah. And the idea is what they put on the cover of the magazine are the things that people think that are into fashion. So you're actually brainwashing the public to think, for example, blondes are into fashion,
right.
Long hair is into fashion, red dresses are into fashion.
Right.
So that's the idea of the game.
Short hair, long hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you try
certain colors and
yes, you try to have a model featured in a special month, in a special season. So you have 3 months in a season, and you have a season special afterwards. So your best model that features the most of the trends is in the season special. And you try to have a model that features all of the trends. So for example, you start the game in a winter season. In a winter season, we're looking at the background patterns, so the pattern of the dress. We're looking always at the length of the hair. So in this case, it's short hair, and the color of the hair, it's blonde. So when this card is played, the tracks are adjusted. So these are already present in the beginning of the game. So the tracks are adjusted. There was one with the stripe pattern, one with the diamond pattern, so they are one at the catwalk. There is one with long hair, one with short hair, so these markers are already at one, and you have a blonde and red hair. And in the game you have always 9 cards, and you select one of them, and you just put it down. So I'm now blue magazine, I put it down over here, and the other players do exactly the same. At the same time, you're going to reveal the cards and you're going to adjust the markers. So in this case, 2 times the diamond pattern was played.
All right.
1 time the stripe pattern. You have 2 times one with blonde hair, 1 with red hair, medium length hair, short hair, medium length hair. So this goes to here and this goes to here. This you will do for 3 times. So I've done this 3 times, and for example,
the things that
all
adjust
players do the same,
depending on what people are playing.
Yes.
And then you see what the top trends are at the end,
yes.
Right?
If this is the final result, I would need to have played a model with blonde hair. She would have need to have medium length hair, and she would need to have against that kind of background pattern. So in this case, the background pattern is correct. Blonde hair is correct, and the medium length hair is correct. So it's a little coincidence with how I adjusted the markers, but I would score this card. So I can take the cards and I put it at the bottom, and at the end of the game the points are scored. Suppose it was like this. This model would have 2 out of 3 of the trends. These models would have less. They don't have the background pattern, they don't have the blonde hair. She has medium hair, so she would score 1 out of 3. She none out of 3. So I still have to select my best model to put on the cover of the season special. So I need to leave this on the table. These go back to my hand. So you start to learn the decks of the other players, and you can predict.
You know what they have in their hands. You can kind of start predicting which trends are going to be the most popular.
If a few rounds blondes are always winning, probably the cards will keep on coming, but you always lose 1 card. So there's also a moment it will start to change, and you have to predict when this will be. Because when you lost the card, you can pick a new one. If I scored, I select one of these. Suppose I pick these, nothing happens. But if I pick this one of the decks is empty. You see, these are all with black hair, these are all with blonde hair, these are all with red hair. So if I pick this one, you start flipping cards, and you just put them at the right deck.
Until there's something else.
Yeah. You always have a chance to pick the color of the hair you want. You don't know for sure you have the hair length you want. Or the dress color or the background, yes. Also, one thing I forgot, these always are discarded. When I didn't score, she goes to here, and she will still influence the trends the next season. It's kind of She was the best model, she was in the season special, but it wasn't a fashion, so the people didn't see it in the streets and they think it's still in their minds and it will influence the next season. So you do this for all the players. If everybody scored, none of the cards are here. If there are players that didn't score, they come to here.
All right.
The next season we go to here, and in spring and summer we don't play for those background patterns, but
the color of the dresses instead.
So suppose this is the final situation. We don't adjust these ones, but blue and red are at one. Beginning in the game there are all 3 colors. The green ones will come in later. If I didn't score, I can select one of these. So I take 2, I select one, this goes to my hand, this goes to the bottom of the deck. At the end of the game, the yellow, the blue and the red ones who are present in the beginning are worth 2 points. These are worth 3 points. The black ones are worth 4 points, and the white ones are worth 5 points. So the later they come in the game, the more difficult they score, but you have more points. So you have to select cards to support your best models to be able to score them. One little detail, it's an important detail actually. If you manage to have 3 models that don't feature any of the trends, it's very difficult, but you have a completely alternative magazine and it's also really hot, so you score 3 cards at once.
Oh, wow.
So that's something you have to take care of, because if other players are pushing something really good, they think, oh, it will be very easy to score, I have this model, I put it down, and you can just say, I play other things, it's quite obvious what I have to play, and you have a score of 3. So it's really dangerous, but beginning players do it. When we demo the game, we have to be a little bit careful and don't play like that, because they won't like it.
Thank you so much. And how many players does this play?
It plays from 2 to 5. 2 players, we have a little variant. There are 2 possibilities. Or you play with a dummy player. We recommend this for beginning players because it could be confusing the first time you play. For advanced players, we recommend a variant where you just play with 2 magazines. One is your most important magazine, that one scores points, and the other one is just to support models. But you have more cards in your hand, you have to play 2 cards, so people play it for the first time. So we have a learning game for 2 players.
Fantastic.
Okay.
And as you were saying, there's the lovely catwalk here doubles as a filler for the board, right? For the box.
It's used as an inlay. So the crowd in the game, it doesn't do anything. There were people who say you can actually use it to support the cards. But it's so nothing will slide.
Around.
And you just can put the cards like this, like here. All the cards go in like here. The markers go in.
Yeah,
and
fantastic. So a nice little piece for the game itself, which also doubles as a box filler. Great.
Yes.
Thank you so much. That is Cover Me from Jumping Turtle Games.